Well, Nolan Jones hit that game-tying home run against the New York Yankees. Also homered, by the way, in Friday against the Yankees as they took 2 of 3 against New York. And Nolan Jones kind of joined us right now. Nolan, tell me about that home run. Obviously a huge moment there on Sunday, giving the Rockies a big lift late in the game.
Yeah, we were battling and back and forth game, and came up, and I think it was the 11th, and I took a good swing and got to hit a ball well. Then Trejo came up and took care of the rest.
Well, you're known for a great work ethic. Where does that stem from? Who gets credit for that?
I'd have to go my dad. Yeah, I definitely got it from my dad, but I think my older brother, he growing up 2 years apart, he was a hockey player. He's a hockey player still. And we had a batting cage in our backyard and a cement basement our parents wanted to finish, but we wouldn't let them, so that was our hockey rink. So I think a lot of it comes from that, just the competitive nature of what him and I had growing up. And, I got to learn a lot from him and constantly challenge myself against him.
Well, I'm so thrilled you brought up hockey. Since I'm Canadian, I do want to talk hockey, and I checked your bio. The fact that you and your brother Peyton both played hockey as kids. Peyton went on to play goalie at Penn State and spent the previous season playing in England. You played in the ECHL. Oh, sorry, Peyton played in the ECHL this upcoming season, which is basically the hockey equivalent of AA. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's awesome. I got to, like I said, I got to grow up as him as my biggest competitor, and got to challenge myself against him all the time. And in the off season, get to, work on my shot against him a little bit. So to be able to see him to live out his dreams and get to, travel around in my off season and watch him play, it's really special.
And for you, you gave up hockey, I believe, as a junior in high school due to concussion issues. Is that right?
Yeah, freshman year I had one that I had to stop playing from, and then I had to take the sophomore season off. But yeah, it was concussions that ultimately put hockey to an end for me.
Well, it's obviously worked out for you because in baseball you've been so great. I want us to talk specifically your left-hander who's got a lot of power to the opposite field. That home run we saw against the Yankees, matter of fact, you hit opposite field. Where does that stem from? Is that something you work on specifically as a lefty, being able to drive that ball to left center?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess honestly, growing up and even throughout my first couple years of professional baseball, all my power was to the opposite field. So I try to see the ball deep. Sometimes it hurts me a little bit, but I think it also can get me on base a little bit. I get to see the ball well, and if sometimes I let it get deep and catch a ball right. But yeah, I think I take pride in driving the ball the other way.
Well, you should also take pride in your defense. That great catch you made at Fenway Park. I mean, you're a guy that obviously can play different positions, but how much pride do you take in your defense as you see this catch you made here off the bat of Rafael Devers?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Obviously, defense is a huge part of the game, and I'm not naturally an outfielder. My first time playing outfield was only a few years ago, so it's something I work on every day. I'm not nowhere near as good as I want to be. I think I have some tools out there, and if I can help our pitchers and make a nice play and help our team win a game, obviously that's the goal. So yeah, I take a lot of pride in it, but I still think there's a long way to go.
Well, yeah, you were initially a third baseman, but the Guardians moved you because Jose Ramirez was blocking your path. So, I mean, I know you're the type of guy who will do whatever it need be, but you would feel more comfortable at third base, I would assume.
I mean, I played a lot more third base. Obviously, throughout the minor leagues, put all my time at third base, and then I was behind Jose Ramirez, and then got traded over to Colorado, and I'm behind another Gold Glover. So.
That's how it works out sometimes. I'm always impressed by a guy, Nolan. I'm always impressed by a guy that can do different things, especially when there's high expectations. You played the 2019 Futures game. You were also in the Arizona Fall League's Fall Stars game that year. You were a top 100 prospect prior to being called up. So people knew, hey, Nolan Jones is going to be a player. How have you managed performance versus expectations and not letting those outside factors overwhelm you?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's not easy. I struggled a lot in 2021. I think that was my first year of my baseball career that I really ran into a wall of mentally struggling, and it took a toll on me and my body. I ended up the season ended a little early for me with an ankle injury. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that's there. But you kind of rely on your teammates and rely on the people around you, and like you said, the work ethic, and try not to think about it and go out there and just play the game and have fun.
100%. Obviously, we've talked about baseball, which is your vocation. We've talked about hockey, which was a passion as a child, and your brother does, but you're also apparently a big golf guy. A quick scouring of your Instagram will show a hole-in-one you had?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was a good swing. I'll tell you what. Over the 2020 year, I got pretty good at golf. I was in Arizona. I dialed it in a little bit. Ever since then, I've lost it a little bit. I don't know if I'll be getting any hole-in-ones soon, but I love going out and playing when I have time.
Yeah. Are you did you go all Steph Curry, when you were able to get the hole-in-one?
Yeah, I went crazy. So my high school buddies were out visiting me in Arizona, and we kind of downsloped green and watched it roll in, and we all went nuts. There was a bunch of people in their backyards that all came out. They were all out back just wondering what was going on. So, yeah, it was a cool experience.
Well, it's a cool experience for us getting to chat with you. Nolan Jones, the Colorado Rockies. Listen, you had a fantastic June. I was looking at these numbers. You were raking it. 322, 4 homers, 11 RBI in 26 games, and obviously a big-time series against the Yankees, those 2 home runs. So keep it going, man. A pleasure talking to you, and we'll be following your success.